Sure. I thought, we're coming off another road win, which is very, very exciting for our football team, for our fans, and we're going on the road for the third straight week and to face a extremely talented Alabama team, well coached. You watch the video, you automatically see why it's the number one team in the nation. But I think based on the last couple of weeks, our team has developed a little more confidence, and they're looking forward to this opportunity on national television.
Coach, your first question is going to come from Talala Mosher of the Gainesville Sun.
Hey, Coach. Johnny has been able to play against two of the best defenses in the country this season in Florida and LSU. What do you think he can take from those two games that can, benefit him this week against Alabama's defense?
I think it's been the combination of all 9 games. We've seen different defenses, different looks from everybody, and there's more to this football team, or more to the offense than one player. And the other 10 players on offense, their challenge from the beginning has been to make the offense quarterback friendly. We've gotten better at that, and I think it's a collective experience of the whole season that matters at this point, and that has allowed us to get better. And I think people have to remember, we're in a situation. He's only played 9 football games, and we're 9 games into a completely new offense for more than just him. So, we should be better than we were 9 weeks ago, and I think we are at this point.
Tuscaloosa is an especially tough place to play. How big of a step is this in Manziel's development as a leader for this team?
I don't know that it's a step for him. It's a step for our program. And like I said, we're going to need more than just one guy to go to Tuscaloosa and win.
Thanks, Coach.
You're welcome.
Next is Edward Ashoff of ESPN.com.
With Alabama coming off such an emotional and such a physical game, is there some sort of advantage for you guys as far as, facing a team that has had to be, so amped up and so high for one game and now having to play another talented team? I mean, does that help you guys out at all?
We can't worry about that. To play in this league and the difference, that's the way it is in this league. Everybody's going to go through that stretch. You've seen it with Florida. You've seen it with South Carolina. You see it with Alabama, LSU. In my first year in this league, I think that's the difference. And so, that's they've been able to handle it year in and year out. So I don't see that as anything. They're experienced at it. They've won, trying to win their third national championship in 4 years. They know what they're doing.
And switching gears a little bit, DeMontre Moore obviously having a really good season. What have you seen different from him now compared to what you saw during the spring when he was trying to learn that position, defensive end?
Well, I think he's grown up. I think he's in better shape physically. I think that's allowed him to be tougher mentally. And the biggest difference has been his effort on the field consistently and his consistency play-by-play. He's been nicked up the last 2 or 3 weeks. Probably feels a little bit better. The best he's felt since LSU, before LSU, and the closer he gets back to 100%, the better football team we are defensively.
Next is David Pascal at Chattanooga Times Free Press.
Hey, Coach, when you go back to this winter, when you're trying to implement a system and figure how you're going to go about determining a starting quarterback, just how much easier did that whole process be made with inheriting Jokel and Matthews as your 2 tackles?
don't understand the question.
I mean, you had so much to do, but I mean, the fact that you had the comfort of these two talented tackles to work with, I mean, just how much of a plus was that to arrive and have these two guys as your tackles?
It's a plus for the whole offense. For what we're trying to do schematically, I think they would be a plus for any coach, no matter what offense you're running. And guys that are experienced, as experienced as they are to be juniors, and as talented as they are, whether you're doing what we do or running the wishbone, certainly it makes it a lot easier, and you're more confident as a coach. But you've got to work towards the whole offensive line. We talk about the O-line playing as a nickel and not 5 pennies, and I think those two guys get a lot of credit. But Pat Lewis, the only senior that we have in the offensive line, deserves a lot of credit too, because he's the one that gets us targeted in the run game, gets our protections really set, does a lot of checking and talking to those young guys and keeping 5 guys on the same page. So, they all work together, but certainly, no matter what you're doing, you like to have the experience that we had up front in our offensive line. And I said that, that was coming into spring football, that was the most experienced and probably the strength of our football team.
Great. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Next is Don Cowser of the Birmingham News.
Morning, Kevin.
Good morning.
How would you compare and contrast Alabama's defense to Florida's and LSU's? Are they alike or similar or different?
I think they're all different. I think Alabama is extremely aggressive. They're all good. I think the size is probably a bigger difference. Alabama's pretty big and stout, across the board. You start looking at, Jesse Williams in there at 320, and Adrian Hubbard's, a 6'6", 250-pound linebacker. It's just a size factor. They can run. They're physical. Those are the elite defenses, not only in this league but in the country. And they're big and physical and can run. So I would just say that Alabama's probably size would be probably the biggest difference.
Okay. And also, college football's changed quite a bit in recent years with the spread offenses and high-scoring games and the like. But the SEC's won all these championships, and they say that it's defense that wins championships. Would you dispute that?
No, I wouldn't dispute that. I think for you to be to win a championship, you need to be a complete football team.
Chase Goodbread of the Tuscaloosa News.
A couple of questions, Coach. First, I wanted to ask you about the play that DeMontre Moore made against Mississippi State, running a wide receiver down from behind. It got a lot of attention. What was your reaction when you saw it?
I was when I saw it, it was another wild play, and we talk about that every week. I know that people have heard about. On Monday we view what I call the effort video, the effort tape, and our whole team watches it, and it gives our guys an appreciation. A lot of times offensively you don't see what people do. Defensively, you don't see what the offensive people do, and you read the stats, but downfield hustle blocks, hustle plays, extra effort plays. I think it develops players develop an appreciation for one another, but it accentuates what we're trying to accomplish with effort. And we talk about effort being the price of admission to play on Saturday, and we encourage that. DeMontre, since we started that, vowed that he was going to be on that video every week, and if I'm not mistaken, he has been for 9 straight weeks.